welcome to another lockdown Friday in the shed with Josh from Bumpstop. Yes, I am still working from home. I'm still in my shed, and this week I'm going to have a look at the seatbelt, the front driver's side seatbelt on the AU Boss, to see what we can do about sorting out the issues it has, slow retraction and stuff like that. So we're going to have a look at that. I do have a spare seatbelt. I'm not sure if it'll fit or not, because it's not out of a series 1, but we'll check it out and we'll have a look. I really hope everybody's doing okay at the moment and hanging in there. All right, let's go check it out. Well, I've rolled the cover back on the Falcon this morning. Haven't taken it all the way off, but I've rolled it back, and we're going to have a look at this seatbelt. So it's a pretty standard interior in here, apart from the BA center console and shifter. Okay, but what we need to do, well, it's grubby, might clean that up too while we're at it. What we do need to do is we need to get this off. Now this has got broken plastic clips and stuff, so it's actually got a couple of screws in here holding it in. We inherited that, so maybe that's something I can have a look at too. Let's pull it off and have a look. Well, I want to show you a screwdriver set that I've got here, and you'll go, yeah, it's a screwdriver set, but this is a bit of a special screwdriver set to me. You may remember Neil from our team, who passed away at the beginning of the year. Well, this screwdriver set was Neil's. Yeah, I know, they're just crescent screwdrivers, and you might say, yeah, okay, screwdrivers, but every time I use them it reminds me of Neil and it makes me smile. Anyway, just thought I'd share that. Alrighty, well, I've pulled the top plastic cover off, and you can see the clips are broken on the bottom there, which is not helpful, but anyway, if anybody's got one of these they want to send out to us, that'd be great. But you also notice here that this is all cracked. So, but like I said, I do have another seat belt here. That looks the same, so I'm hoping the bottom half might be the same as well. So we'll keep pulling it off and having a look. So the next step will be down here. There's a bolt in there. That'll be probably a Torx bit. We'll pull that off and have a look. Yep, it's a Torx bit, which I have prepared earlier, so I'll get some of those happening. We'll pull that off, and then there's a couple of screws in here too that we've got to pull off. Oh, my dog's come to say hello. Hello, Duke. Hey, buddy. You coming to say hello? This is Duke. Hey. He's more interested in sniffing what's going on here. This is Duke. He's a border collie cross beagle, and he is getting old. He's just turned 10. This is Dukey. He's a good boy. Anyway, we'll get these screws off and we'll get that bolt out, and then we've got one to take off of here, but we might get these out first and have a look at what's in there. Alright, so the screws are out. We're going to just move some stuff around here. The dog's still trying to help. And we're going to have a look. Oh, look at all the fluff and junk in there. No wonder it's hard to move. Alright, get that off. Put that over there. Look at that. So if you ever wonder why your seatbelt's hard to retract, that's probably your answer. Gross. Oh, sorry, dude. Oh, jeez. Yeah, there's some junk in there. Hoo-ha. Okay. That retracts better already, straight away. Anyway, that's not the only thing we've got going on with the belt. So, we'll pull it out. Got another bolt here to undo. So I'll go and grab the rest of my socket set. Right, so we're undoing this one. You notice there's a spacer in there too, so you know, make sure you don't lose that, because we're going to need that for the next seat belt. So we'll keep taking that out. That's almost there. Almost. Alright, so that's out. So now I've got one down here and one down here, and we'll be laughing. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. That one's not too bad. There's a bit of junk in the way though. That's in the way. Okay, well we got that bolt undone, so this should just pull out. So there you go. That's out. So now it's got to undo that other one down the bottom, and then we'll have a look and see what if the new one does fit, because the new one's out of a BA Series 1, out of that white XR8 we had. But I'm led to believe that they fit, so we'll check it out. Alrighty, so we've got that out as well. So the whole thing is now off. So we should be able to thread that through there. Move that plastic. We're going to give that a clean up before it goes back on. But now time to have a look at this one. So I have got a left and a right. So we'll see which one fits. Well, here we go. So yes, this is out of the BA. Oh, that one says left hand actually, so that's the wrong one. So this is the right hand one. It says right hand. So you see on the side here, it says right hand right there. So let's give this one a go. The old one-handed. So that should slot down in there like that, and that little T-tab goes in between these two grooves here. And there we have it. So I'll get my bolt back in here, which was this one. So we got that one was for here, and this longer one with the was down in here, which is where the base of the belt went. And then there was the other one with the spacer, which is still on the other seat belt. So we'll get this one back in. All right, so I'm just grabbing this bolt off the other seat belt. It's got one of these washers on it, so I'll just thread that off, and then that all should come out. So that's bolted in. That works really good. So yeah, this is out of a BA Series 1, this seat belt, but it does all appear like it's going to look. It's going to work, sorry. But before we do that, and finish bolting it, I'm just going to give this a clean up because it's a bit gross. Well, rightio, I'm in the shed. I'm just trying to find something I can clean up this with. I do have some degreaser here. I'm doing really well with the camera today. I do have some degreaser here, so, and I got a little toothbrush, so I might just use that. Wow, I'm gonna have to scrub the whole thing now. I don't know if you can see the difference. I'll get the camera properly and show you in a second. This is pretty good now. It's a whole lot cleaner than it was, that's for sure. Look at that, that's looking heaps better. Now, I might even just spray it with a bit of armour or two. Here's some I prepared earlier. So much better. There's still a little bit of ingrained dirt on it, but let's go and put it in. I'll tell you one thing. I'd love to have my GoPros from the office. Right, maybe next time I have to go down there, I'll grab a GoPro out. Okay, but so we've got this piece here, which is the guide for the top. So we've got to put this long bolt back through. So that goes through there. Your spacer goes on the other side. And then you drop your washer. And then you thread your washer back on. Sort of threads on, like so. Oh yeah, like that. And then we bolt this back in place. So you can see it goes up here. So we're gonna just get that started with our fingers, because the last thing you want to do when you're starting a bolt is start it with a ratchet and cross thread it, because that means a whole world of hurt. And it helps if we go the right way. The old like Nigel used to say in the program, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So if he was here now, he'd be on Josh, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Alright, I can't wait to have a proper seatbelt that retracts and does all the things it should. It's going to be great. Alright, so we'll get that nice and tight. Okay, and you see that still moves, which is what it's supposed to do because it's a slightly larger hole than the bolt, and there's a like a smooth shank or whatever they call it. I don't know the terminology on the bolt. So that will go back up there shortly. I'll sort of just pop it out of the way at the moment. Because the next thing we have to do is put the bottom back on. So this is the bit where you've got to make sure that you don't get the seatbelt twisted up the wrong way or anything like that, because then it's just annoying. How bad is it when you're trying to put a seatbelt on and it's all twisted? So, got to work out which way works for that. But when we put the seatbelt on, so I normally just sort of stretch the seatbelt out a little bit and see how it sits. So, in this case, you'll see it's shaped anyway. So, this is the back side, so if you can see here, so this bit here is the back side. So as long as the belt's not twisted and it goes on straight, we should be right. So I'll whack that on, we'll have a look. Okay, to put this one on, we've got this bolt here. So it goes back down in here. So doing these things one-handed is always a challenge. Ugh. Let's see if I can do it. The one-handed bolt challenge. Yeah. Left hand too. Maybe not that coordinated. Whoop, whoop, almost. Okay. So that's going to go in there. So again, we're going to hand thread that in first. Get that started like that. Just click that up there, get it out of the way. Okay, so you'll see that's all nice and straight. So we'll tighten that one up now. And then we'll test run the seatbelt in a second. Rightio, so that bolt is in. There's a cap for that bolt, so we'll just put that cap back on. Like so. Then the next step is putting this cover back on. Well, we've got to get that cover on. So, we've got to pull this one back off. Yeah, so you get this cover back on, but you've got to make sure this rubber seal is sitting on the outside of it on each side. And then a couple of screws in here to hold it back in. And then we'll put the top cover on and we'll test the seatbelt. Go out a bit. We've clicked this back in. Now I do, in your case, other people's case, I can't imagine you'll have screws there to hold that in. But yeah, like I said, we inherited that. So, but you've got to make sure this rubber is sitting outside the plastic. And the same on the front here. So you can sort of get your finger underneath it and just roll it down. And that tucks in there, nice. And there we go, click. Get a couple of screws in that, and then we'll test the seatbelt. So I'll show you the old seatbelt. You can see it started to get quite frayed on the edges. Now there's a bit of damage. So it was time for a new one, because, man, that's what keeps it safe in the car. Well, one of the things, so better to be safe than sorry. So that one's gone. So I'm just going to grab some silicone spray. Right, so I've got this silicone spray. This is good stuff, and I'm just going to spray it in under here. You can see, sprayed it up in there. I'll let that dry, but it's actually really good stuff. So it's a lubricant that doesn't gather dust. So we'll let that dry a little bit. All right, now to try the seatbelt. click it in, latches properly. There we go. No frays. It latches, take it off. Let it go. There we go. It fed straight back. So there we have it. Anyway, so that's it for this video. Think of some other things I can do on the Boss while in lockdown. Not sure how long it's going to go for yet. But it sounds like the Boss will be much tidier by the time we're finished. But look, take care of yourselves. Remember to talk to each other. You know, if you do need help, talk to your doctor, or you can call Lifeline, you can call Beyond Blue, Headspace, all those things. Don't be afraid to talk to people in this time. You know, challenging for us all, including myself. So, yeah, talk to each other, love each other. Until next time, we'll see you later on Bumpstop, Car Mods and Mentoring.